Amazon recently won a patent for a wristband designed to track the every movement of the workers. This is a huge invasion of privacy for these workers, and it pushes us one step closer to being considered property of the corporations. When you look at this story, they really are no more than human robots. I mean, automatons. What's happening here is you have Amazon selling this efficiency idea. We're going to put a wristband on our workers, and then we're going to send our workers through miles and miles of warehouse. They're going to get a code. The code's going to say, send this product to this address in somewhere America. The worker then gets the product, boxes it up, gets it sealed up. As a matter of fact, they have to do that, every 33 seconds?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be, every 33 seconds, they're supposed to be filling a new order, and this wristband is going to even make it worse. What's your take on the story?
It's absolutely disgusting here, these wristbands. And let's keep in mind, too, they have patented it.
Yeah.
So this is something that they're most likely going to be selling to other employers who are interested in finding this out. But for Amazon specifically, when your job is to basically be moving every second of the day, they're going to find out. They can look at your little wristband tracking and say, like, well, this person hasn't moved for 15 seconds. You know, let's call worker number 892 into the office and find out why he thought that taking a 10-second breather was a problem.
Or using the restroom.
Right. They become the property of the company. They're no longer employees that deserve to be treated like human beings. They are robots. I mean, and it's disgusting.
Let's talk about it more specifically. Okay, here's what happens. You've got these massive warehouses. When I say miles, the average worker at the end of the day has walked 11 to 15 miles. That's what they've walked every day filling these orders. So now now what's happening is the wristband is even, the term that they use is it's a system to where it actually tells the hand where to move. It's a system that shows the wristband is showing that I'm getting closer to this item. And basically what they're doing is moving through the warehouse with their wristband telling them where to go. And so there really is no difference from, it's a robotic process. They may as well have robots doing it, and I'm sure that's the next step. But I read this article, and when I took a look at what has happened when we no longer have unions in this country, I mean, this is on the border of inhumane. Yeah, we want our orders. We want our orders filled. If you order something from Amazon, you want it to get there, you want it filled. But then we have to be willing to say there's a human side to it. It's just like we don't want to pay big prices. We don't want to pay an extra 3 cents for something. But then we're the first people to be complaining, oh my God, we're shipping the jobs to China or India. Well, it's one. You can have it one way or the other. You can't have it both ways.
Right.
You either have to believe that we're on this planet together and we have some responsibility to workers, and yeah, we can save a few pennies by having it made in India or China, or maybe we're going to save an extra hour by having this wristband slapped onto the wrist of this worker like a robot. I mean, isn't that kind of the dichotomy of rationale here?
Absolutely. And when we, as a country back in the 80s, we started busting up all the unions, union membership declined. I think today it's well below 12%. Wages started decreasing, benefits started decreasing, workers got abused and used by their employers. We've got regulatory agencies, OSHA, the Department of Labor, that are doing nothing to protect these workers. And they let people like Jeff Bezos come in, slap these wristbands on their employees, treat them like robots, pay them about as low as you can possibly go in terms of wages.
Well, we've made Bezos into this kind of local folk hero, and he's anything but a local folk hero. If you know the story of Bezos, first of all, the other part of Bezos that I think it's relevant here. Yeah, he's making $1 gazillion. Okay, good for Bezos. He's made $1 gazillion. He's the richest man in the world. Okay, great. But we start looking at kind of the stories behind Bezos. Like the other thing that they don't talk about Bezos is he is like the #1 go-to guy for the federal government where it comes to spying on Americans. People don't even understand that. He's the guy that puts all this. Matter of fact, I think his contract last year was well over $1 billion just in doing contract work for the government to spy on Americans.
Well, and that's where most of the money comes from. Amazon itself does not turn a massive profit because they do sell things so cheaply. So all this money that Bezos has is coming from the Washington Post that he also owns. It's coming from his Defense Department contracts for the cloud computing services that he provides, which God only knows what that actually means when you look into the contracts. But, you know, Amazon is a reflection of Bezos as a person.
No, it is.
And the way they treat these workers, I mean, story after story shows how they're just mistreated at every step.
This new term that you're going to start hearing is called, I think it's called haptic feedback, okay? Haptic feedback is, what is the worker doing at that moment? How can, rather than him doing, filling a box every 33 seconds, maybe we can reduce it to every 25 seconds with haptic feedback. So it's kind of like, oh, wow, here's this new important technology that Bezos has come up with, and he can only do it, really. If you had an organized union, there's no way that an organized union is going to say, yeah, slap that wristband on me, everything's cool, I'm going to work even faster. Rather than walking 11 miles today, I'm going to walk 20 miles tomorrow because of haptic feedback, and I'm going to be more efficient. And the boneheads in America who, you know, it's amazing to me. It's amazing when I hear somebody say, oh my God, workers are treated terrible, or oh my God, you know, we're sending jobs overseas. Well, you know, they're responsible for that.
Yeah.
They're responsible for that. It's just like the same fuel issue. You know, we're burning up the planet, but what do they do? You know, what are they driving? What are they doing about that? This is a great example of it, because if you ask most Americans, if you got it faster, if you could get it to your house faster, is it okay that we slap these haptic feedback wristbands on workers? Most of them are, oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, and here's the thing too, is everybody else out there that listens to this story that has a job, they need to prepare themselves, because this could be coming to them. You could see servers in restaurants, their little thing could start buzzing if they're not going and picking up another tray of food, or if they're wiping something down. You could see it, you know, assistants sitting there, their thing starts buzzing if they're not typing on a keyboard.
Right.
That is the progression of this. It happens every time there's new tech.
Or how about the new technology where they're putting a visual on the worker, so you can actually see what the worker's looking at. Are they looking at their key? Are they goofing off on the computer? That's how intense this is becoming. So this is not a story that's just about Amazon. I can promise you that.